Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge, here to review some Vegas Golden Knights action as we win in a shootout 6-5. Crazy game. Let's actually talk about this. Healthy scratches for the game today. Typical from the last game. Zikov, Peary, Holden, and also Carrier. Carrier probably with a bit of an odd injury day to day, but we haven't seen him in a while. And you had Malcolm Subban as the starting goaltender tonight. So no Marc-Andre Fleury, Subban in between the net. Now, fun part about, start of the first period, Imagine Dragons was in the house, a couple of the members, and they were churning the fucking siren. So that was pretty fun to watch. And then you start off the first period. It was a doozy. A Vegas Golden Knights goal early in the first period. 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Paul Stastny off of the faceoff. And after losing the puck, Paul Stastny is able to find it in front of Luongo and a couple of defensemen, able to net it in on Luongo's side, right-hand side. But, hey, it was a Vegas Golden Knights goal, 1-0. And Vegas started really fast, and honestly, it looked like Florida didn't know what to do. But then came the penalties. First penalty, 13 minutes and 52 seconds in, hooking on Bellemare. And unfortunately, I thought, all right, if Pierre-Edouard Bellemare takes the penalty, that's not good. He's one of our best penalty killers, and it kind of showed. Florida gets the goal 14 minutes and 34 seconds in, a minute or so after the penalty was given. On the power play, Hoffman scores from the point, wide open net. I mean, you could argue Subban could have had a hand in that, but it went in. No fucking problem. And unfortunately, Vegas's penalty troubles just did not stop there. Penalty second time around, 18 minutes and 23 seconds in, high sticking by Merrill. And I know it was high sticking, but it kind of looked a little bit like a flop in action to me. And I know, boys and girls, I watch a lot of soccer, so beware of the fucking soccer guy. But the reality of that penalty was only 8 seconds into the penalty kill, Vegas concedes the goal, and Florida gets a goal on their power play. Hoffman again. The guy scores again. And it was a just straightforward shot seconds into that penalty. Like I said, shitty special team play today in that first period. And it looked as though Vegas just could not keep it tight, right? They could not keep it tight. It was like a loose butthole in prison. And Florida gets another goal in there, 18 minutes and 59 seconds in by Ekblad. It's slap shot, and it's deflected to Subban's side. Absolute shit play by defense. I thought it was just... Listen, when you have a minute left to go in the period and you fucking concede a goal, you give the opposing team momentum. And that, to me, was the biggest problem. And, it got me more frustrated because I thought, and I could be wrong here, Vegas, it looked as though they got a goal in before the horn blew, but refs did not count the goal, and I just thought that overall period, you just let in 2 easy goals on the penalty, and it just looked as though it was going to be a tough road, tough fucking uphill climb, and the shots favored Vegas 14-11 in the first period, but we weren't able to really make much of it. But you roll into the second period. Vegas was creating chances early on, but not able to finish off. But 7 minutes and 40 seconds in, Riley Smith. Okay, this goal's fucking incredible because John Merrill from the point, from the blue line, passes it to Marchessault, who's at the point, and Riley Smith able to finish between the legs to Luongo, and it's 3-2 to the Vegas Golden Knights, and you could just feel the energy of the building changing. And it only goes to show you that Vegas, when they stay aggressive, they can focus up, they can muster goals, and 14 minutes and 22 seconds in, John Merrill, Shea Theodore from the blue line, and John Merrill just skating up to the point, slapping the base on that shit, ripping it from the point, able to get a goal past Luongo. They equalize with the 3-3. Was it 3-3? Yeah, 3-3. I miscount sometimes. My brain sucks, okay? And I'm not an old man, but sometimes I gotta read these notes, boys and girls. But Vegas Golden Knights in Florida get on a 4-on-4 play, interference on Ekblad, and a cross-checking on Pacioretty. Pacioretty's been getting pretty aggressive as of late with his line mates as, Paul Stastny and Mark Stone. Mark Stone able to just do some. Here's the thing. I'm gonna just fucking compliment Mark Stone for a quick minute here. The guy is incredible. The way he handles the puck, the way he moves around, it's just incredible to watch his smoothness on ice. But what made this 4-on-4 penalty, 4-on-4 play more interesting beforehand was the fact that Mark Stone gets up on a defenseman. I believe it wasn't Dadonov, but it was one of those fucking guys. Mark Stone just gets up in the face of the Florida Panthers guy, and he's just fucking pushing and shoving and part of the scuffle. And I just thought, my God, you can play and you got your heart on your sleeve. My God, man, you're the guy. You are the fucking man. And Vegas able to just dominate that 4-on-4 play, and with the goal to boot, 16 minutes and 9 seconds in, Miller on the 4-on-4, face-off win, and Schmidt serving straight to Colin Miller, one-timer, rips one into the goal, and it is 4-3 to the Vegas Golden Knights. Unfortunately, Vegas, 19 minutes and 7 seconds, concede another fucking goal. Barkov, and it was going off of one of our skaters, and it just looked like the typical kind of Vegas narrative of not being able to close out a period. And that is ultimately a very concerning thing moving forward because, yes, Florida might not be the world beaters. They're generally not. But losing that much focus at home with a minute or so, it wasn't even a minute. It was 59 seconds left to go in the period, and you concede a goal to make the game 4-4. I mean, I thought overall in that period, Vegas stayed aggressive, and it was just a real shame to concede another goal in there. But the shot counts favored Vegas again, 20 shots to Florida's 16. And what really I thought was going to set the precedent for this third period was Florida getting an early goal, 3 minutes and 18 seconds in. You couldn't clear the fucking puck in front of Subban, and after attempting to save it, just this lack of focus on defense just fucks it up, in my opinion. Yes, again, couple of these goals conceded. Yes, Subban should have had a better hand on it. Maybe he shouldn't have fucking, moved around in the crease a little, excessively, but it happens. We concede the goal. It's 5-4. You could feel this kind of energy siphoning off, and you concede another penalty, third in the fucking game. 3 minutes and 38 seconds in, a delay of game by Carlson, which is very rare. And I'm going to complain about the referees again, boys and girls, but bear in mind there was a lot of non-calls that were just questionable at best. And I have to look at these referees and think, I don't know who's running your pocket, man, but this is a clear delay of game or an icing call they miss, and it was just a consistent thing with the referees. And I know it's just one fan complaining, but it's been a consistent thing with the referees not being able to, make the correct call, and it's just been a subjective bullshit with them. But I digress. Vegas concedes the penalty, third penalty of the game, and again, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare and Tomas Nosek on the penalty kill unit were fantastic. They put the pressure onto Florida. Luongo able to make some key saves there, and Vegas killing off the penalty, gets back on it. And what I thought could have been a real issue, Nate Schmidt took a bit of a hard hit halfway into the period. I thought, oh man, if Schmitty gets injured here, this could be a problem. But thankfully, he was all right. No craziness. And again, I complain about the referees. If the fucking puck touches the other the defenseman's fucking stick, how is that an icing? Fuck me. I don't know. I'm pretty sure one of you fucking nerds are going to answer it. I don't give a fuck. The referees were pretty awful today and consistently awful throughout this season. So let's get past that shit. And Vegas finally getting a power play opportunity, 12 minutes and 24 seconds in, slashing on Florida. Couldn't really do anything on that power play, unfortunately. And it looked as though Vegas might run out of options. And again, you could feel the vibe in the arena, just 5-4, real close game. But when you have like 5 or 4 minutes left, you get a little more amped up. 1-goal game, in about 2-3 minutes, we're going to fucking pull the goalie out, so we have to get an opportunity in. Thankfully, on a delayed call, Vegas Golden Knights get a goal 15 minutes and 42 seconds in by Riley Smith, and he's able to skate in through the neutral zone and just a quick wrister. Luongo had no chance on it, and Riley Smith, with a second goal in the game, ties it up, gives us the opportunity with about 4 minutes or so left in the third period to just keep pressuring Florida. And here's the thing. I thought a Vegas goal was good. Initially, we all celebrated, but as soon as the goal went in, referees disallowed it. Offsides. I know there was a lot of boos and jeers, but that was a clear offside. So the game was still 5-5. Ends in regulation. We head into overtime. And thanks to Vegas just staying aggressive and staying focused in that third period, we were able to get into overtime, salvage the point, regardless of what was going to happen after, or during the overtime, after the overtime, into the shootout. So, funny enough, though, as much as I say Vegas was aggressive in that third period, Vegas only had 8 shots to Florida's 10. But in the overtime, Vegas absolutely dominated overtime. And I thought it was just going to be the same narrative of, oh my God, if we just take all these fucking shots, 4-0, by the way, in overtime, and not get any clear chances to win it, the shootouts are unlucky for us, I feel. And by the time this overtime was over, I was worried. It was heart attack time because shootouts in our building have not always been that great. You could go back to all the videos where I did have shootout losses on there, but Vegas going into the shootout, Malcolm Subban with some key saves in the shootout, and Shea Theodore, who, by the way, I have to mention, in the overtime, some great stick work to keep us in, keep the puck out of our defense, and just that clutchness from Shea Theodore to be able to get the shootout winning goal. Huge kudos to Shea Theodore tonight because he fucking killed it. He was fantastic today. And so Vegas wins on the shootout 6-5. Shea was the second skater, but that was it. 6-5 win for the Vegas Golden Knights on home ice. And the goalies, as again, I say Subban was clutch. Subban made some really key saves. But again, the stats won't show it. The stats for both goaltenders won't show the fact that these two guys were pretty damn solid for their team. Luongo with 41 saves on 46 shots, 891 save percentage. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Again, he did what he needed to do. Malcolm Subban, same thing. 32 saves on 37 shots, 865. And honestly, Luongo looked a little rattled after the overtime because he got a bit of a hit, I think to the groin. I think he got a puck to the dick. So that might have affected his game a little bit, but I felt Malcolm Subban really did come in the clutch. Some really key saves in that third period, some really solid saves in that shootout, and able to just cruise through. So Vegas 0-1 on the power play. I guess 1 of 2, because if you technically count that delayed call, but doesn't matter. Because on the penalty kill, on something that we're generally good at, we were 1 of 3. 1 of 3 on the penalty kill. Again, I always see Vegas as a really good penalty killing team, but this time around, it just did not happen. Florida caught us with our pants down. And the 3 stars of the game, John Merrill, Shea Theodore, and Riley Smith getting his 2 goals. John Merrill, I can't believe I'm saying this, boys and girls, but John Merrill has been looking really solid as of late. Colin Miller as well. Some of these defensemen are stepping up in lieu of, conceding all these goals. But the fact remains, boys and girls, we get the 2 points. We go into a shootout. Yes, Florida gets the 1 point, but generally speaking, they're an Eastern Conference team. I don't really give a shit about that. But tomorrow night, boys and girls, the Vegas Golden Knights will be flying over to Anaheim to play the Anaheim Ducks. You know what I always say about the Ducks? Puck the Ducks! Puck the goddamn Ducks. Because the Vegas Golden Knights have been pretty outstanding against Pacific Division rivals, and hopefully they go into Anaheim, pants the Ducks. that fucking Disney organization and just ruin what is already a trash season for them. So follow me at the Sky Lounge and all links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Go Knights, go!